Once there was a young boy who was hiking out in the country. As he was hiking along, it began to rain. It also began to thunder and lightning. And he was a little scared and a little wet. And he saw off in the distance a house up on the top of a hill. He decided he would try to go to the house and get out of the rain. And so he ran up the hill to where the house was. As he was on the porch, he noticed that it didn't seem like the house was lived in. But he thought that he should knock on the door. As he knocked on the door squeaked open. And he went inside. On the inside, he saw only cobwebs. And he had to be careful that he didn't get some in his face as he walked around the house. But then he heard, coming toward him, footsteps. But he couldn't see anything. And the footsteps kept coming closer and closer. And so he began to walk fast at first and then to run. And he ran up a flight of stairs to the second floor. And the footsteps followed him. And he ran down a corridor. And the footsteps followed him still. He went into a room and he closed the door and went over to the other side of the room. And the footsteps came right through the door without the door even opening. He felt a doorknob up against his back. And he opened the door, and there inside was an elevator. And he went inside the elevator and pressed one of the buttons. And down, down went the elevator. It came out into a room. And inside this room were a whole bunch of coffins. And over at one edge, there was a long chute. And all of a sudden, up at the top of the chute, a door opened. And a coffin started coming out of the chute. And the boy was right near the bottom of the chute. And this coffin started rolling down the chute toward the boy. And at the same time, once again, he heard the footsteps coming closer and closer toward him. He couldn't go forward, and he couldn't go backward. So he took out a cough drop, and the coffin stopped.